Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I have the most exciting video for you guys. We're gonna do a full face of Colourpop, and this is the face, this is the look that I've created for you guys. So I'm not gonna talk too much, I'm just gonna get straight into it because we're here for the makeup. So let's do this. Full face of makeup by Colourpop. Two shades. I think I'm gonna go with 110 because this is my summer skin tone. Two pumps on the back of my hand here. I think that's a good color match. It's a little bit orange and my skin tone is a little more olive, but I think like with concealing and all the rest of it, it could work out. And what I like about this foundation is that it kind of gives you a skin-like finish. I really like the finish of it. Like I said, it's matte yet satin at the same time. I don't know how that works, but it does. Like, it's matte in the right places. Okay, right, so next is concealer. I have two. I have them in the shade light 18 and medium 26. I've used these a lot. They are amazing. They are so cheap, and honestly, you just need a thin layer and it's full coverage. I actually think it's incredible. So I am gonna go in with the medium one because I think that's gonna suit my skin tone at the moment. Might add a little bit of the light later. Just see it kind of melting into the skin. I love this concealer. I might just add a little bit of the light just to give it that extra little, you know, highlighting effect. We're gonna set the whole face using this Colourpop No Filter setting powder. I have not used this in so long, so I can't even remember what I thought of it. And just poke it in there, and I'm just gonna bake my under eyes just like that, ready for the eyeshadow. Oh, I do like this. The bronzer, so this is what it looks like. It's in the shade Afternoon Delight. I thought it'd be a really nice shade for my skin tone. It's like kind of cool toned, but I'm gonna kind of use it as a bronzer contour all in one. So here we go. Just gonna use this big fluffy brush. I'm just gonna bronze up the face. So I started watching Jane the Virgin finally, and honestly it's so good. It's like a comedy show, like kind of a bit like Scrubs and stuff like that, something that would come on E4. So when I saw that each episode was 40 minutes, I was like, yeah, it's a bit long, but the 40 minutes goes so fast because the whole thing is full of so much drama, and I love it. I love to watch something full of drama. Don't like to live it, but I like to watch it. So what I usually do is get the kind of pointy bit of the brush, get a little bit bronzer, and put it under my nose, like so. It just kind of gives the illusion of a bigger lip. I'm gonna take an eyeshadow brush to contour my nose. I just do a little bit under my nose just to kind of mesh it on. So yeah, that is the bronzing situation. I think the bronzer is actually quite nice. So if you're my skin tone, I would go for the shade Afternoon Delight. And again, this was super cheap. It was like $4 or $5. I just think Colourpop is so affordable and it just works. Yeah, I think it's a great brand. A Super Shock Cheek Blush, I guess. It just says Super Shock Cheek. Oh my goodness, that's so hard to say. Super Shock Cheek, and I'm pretty sure it's a blusher. But yeah, I've dug my fingers in there. It's like, it's weird, like it has like this squishy texture, and the color looks really vibrant, but when you put it on the skin, it's actually not. This is the Colourpop F5 brush. I'm sure it's a powder brush, but I use it for blush just because it fits my cheek really nicely. It's really strange, like the texture is squidgy, but then when you put it on your skin, it's like powder, which I don't understand it, but I think it's awesome. I love lots of blush. I just find that it kind of makes you look youthful, and that's the look I'm going for all the time because your girl is 25 now. The eyeshadow palette we're going to be using is the Good Sport palette. It is incredibly beautiful. Like, check that out. Check out those shades. It is gorgeous. I saw it online and I was like, I need it. The only thing that's missing is a mirror. As you can see, that is just pretty packaging, but I think if you're being functional, you need a mirror because I could not travel with this. I'm gonna start off with the shade Trooper, which is this shade right here. It's gonna be a very nice transition shade. It's looking more orange. I'm just gonna take that into the inner portion of the eye, and I'm just gonna start blending. Just gonna blend everything because we want it to be seamless. Okay, I really like the way that's blended. Taking the same brush, I'm gonna take the shade Sister. So it's this shade right here, this purple shade. Let's see how pigmented. Okay, that's pigmented. That's doing the most. As you can see, the purple's actually got quite patchy there, so I wouldn't say this is the best shade, but I mean, I think I can work with it by diffusing the shade Trooper, the yellow one, in there again. You can really tell that it's clung to this area a lot more than any of the areas surrounding it. I find it's best to kind of press it on and then diffuse it. It's such a hot day today. I can't believe it. It's like mid-September and it's boiling. But it's definitely autumn because the nights are really cold and the days are really hot, so you just really don't know how to dress for this. Okay, so that's both the eyes blended as best as I can get them blended. There's a bit of patchiness here and a bit of patchiness here, so not the best purple shade, but we're just gonna carry on and see what we can salvage. So the next shade I'm gonna take with a smaller flat brush is the shade Reckless, which is this deeper purple shade, and I'm just gonna take that tiny bit lower than the shade Sister that we just put down. So I'm just gonna start on this side. So I'm just gonna go around the outer edge, and there's great pigment on this shade, and then just kind of take it on the tip and carry that through. We're gonna be cutting the crease, so it doesn't actually have to be that neat, but it's kind of really blending into that other shade. They kind of look the same, which is crazy because in the pan they look so different. Oh, mind my crazy hair. I have cut my crease, and then I'm gonna take the shade Rookie, this one, this gorgeous kind of bronze with purple reflex in it. Pop it on the outer part of the crease which has been cut. Then we're gonna blend it all after all the colors have been placed. But this is super pretty. I'd say like it's more of a topper though, because the bronze is not really coming out. Taking the shade Alicious, which is so beautiful, this yellow gold shade. I'm gonna take it on the inner portion of the eye. I really like the color story of this palette because it's so unique. I always find that Colourpop are really innovative when it comes to the eyeshadow palettes. I'm going to take Wild Out, which is this shade right here, this one, this silvery one. I'm going to pop it in my inner corner and just below the brow line. It's more of like a bronzy silver. Getting the shade High Hopes, I'm gonna line under my eye. A little bit of creasing under my eye if I'm honest, but I always crease under my eye, so it's no big deal. I've just done my liner with the Colourpop liquid liner. It's got really fine tips, so it's super easy to use. My liner game is not the strongest, but genuinely I found that super easy and quick to do. Liner is on. Next thing I have is the BFF volumizing mascara. This is what the brush looks like. I love brushes that look like this. It means like I'm gonna get to the root very easily. I'll do one eye so you can see the difference. But I remember using this and thinking this is a good mascara. Okay, so that's with one coat. So those are my lashes done. I am going to take this Colourpop Precision eyebrow pencil, and I'm just gonna do my brows. This is a great product. It makes doing brows so easy. If you use a light hand like I have, makes your brows look super natural, which is what I'm always going for, natural brows. I don't really fill them in that much. I'll fill them in a little bit, then I'll just brush them through like so, and that's it. Voila, brows did. We're gonna do a highlighter, my favorite part of my makeup, using this Super Shock highlighter in the shade Smoke and Whistles. And again, it's like the same texture as the blush. Ooh, can you see that? It's actually beautiful. I find that the texture is really fine, and it just looks so flattering on the skin. I'm just gonna take a little bit on my nose. But yeah, you can see that it's really, it's like glittery and fine. It's super pretty. Lastly, we've got lips to do. A whole box of lip products right here. I think I'm gonna do something kind of nude. So I'm gonna take the lip pencil. It is in the shade BFF2, and I'm just gonna line my lips. I'm gonna take a liquid lip in the shade Trap because I want something kind of cool toned. You can see that's super cool toned. And for lip gloss, I added this So Juicy lip gloss, plumping gloss in the shade Beachwood, and it's really nice. It's got this like minty taste, and I can feel a little bit of a tingling. So this is my completed look. I hope you like the look. I think it turned out really beautiful. The shadows are so nice in the sunlight, like I can just see them glittering around, and genuinely I just think it's beautiful. I just think everything by Colourpop is great. It's cheap, it's effective. I can't say anything bad about it because they all work for me. I just wish that it would just be easier for people in the UK to get it. If you have enjoyed this video, then give it a like and subscribe to my channel because it always means the most to me. And I'll see you guys on my next video. Mwah.